Okay. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are Clémentine, Zoé, Sophia, and Maxime, and me, it's Esther. We are Voltaire High School students, and we would like you to talk about what we have done with Gassan and the professor, Madame Bido Sorita, involving the studies of nucleoside metabolism by enzyme through electrophoresis mass spectrometry. First, let's talk about the molecule of interest, nucleosides. They are made of two parts. The first part is a nitrogen-rich base, here in red, and the second part is a 5-carbon sugar called ribose. Like most molecules, nucleosides undergo metabolism, which is a chemical transformation. An example of such transformation is phosphorylation. The nucleoside is bound to 1, 2, or 3 phosphate groups, the yellow ball, and forming a nucleotide which is found in DNA. There are four types. This process is aided by biological catalysts called enzymes.
What are enzymes? An enzyme is a protein that helps specific reactions in the body. There's a lot of different types of enzymes. A substrate is a reactant that binds successfully to an enzyme and is converted into a product by it. For example, molecule B is a substrate of the enzyme, the blue forms. It's then converted to products, green and pink. Then, if a molecule was not able to bind with the enzyme, it would not be converted to product, and it's not a substrate, and like molecule A, for example. Like locks to keys, enzymes are very specific to their substrates. However, there's a lot of different types of enzymes. However, several substrates can be acted upon by one enzyme, and similarly, more than one enzyme can act on the same substrate. So the reaction is called the enzymatic reaction. There's several factors that can affect the reaction, like, for example, temperature, pH, or acidity or degree of the solution, the concentration of reactants that are enzymes, products, and substrates. The phosphorylation is the reaction that Estelle explained earlier. The enzymes that catalyze, which means help the reaction, are called kinases or phosphotransferases. They need the donor phosphate to work properly, the acceptor, and the right conditions.
Every research has a purpose. Ours is medicinal. Following many studies and experiments, scientists found a way to fight viruses, nucleoside analogues. These analogues are used as antiviruses because they trick the cell infected by the virus to make it think that it is a normal nucleoside. But why would viruses infect cells? In fact, a virus is a non-living cell that infects most living things. Viruses invade different hosts to make copies of themselves and their proteins. That's something they can do on their own. An analog is a replica, a sort of clone with some differences, like Mr. Dupont. In this case, the chemically synthesized analog's difference from the original nucleoside promotes its antiviral activity. After being metabolized by the enzyme that normally acts on a normal nucleoside, the analog stops the replication of the viral molecules. Here.
The study of enzymatic metabolism of nucleoside is achieved by capillary electrophoresis coupled to mass spectrometry. CE, or capillary electrophoresis, is a powerful separation technique. It involves the separation of molecules in a narrow fused silica capillary. and along which a high electric field is applied. CE has several advantages compared to other separation techniques, among which are the short analysis times and economical sample consumption, as only few nanoliters of the sample is sufficient. The separation of the molecules is performed in the capillary, which filled with the background buffer, that is the solution that keeps the pH constant. If the pH changes, the molecules can be charged differently and thus migrate differently. The migration of the compounds in the capillary is governed by two phenomena. Electrophoresis, it affects charged molecules, also known as ions. These ions move through the capillary based on their charge and size. And the electroosmotic flow is independent of the sample molecules. It is due to the bulk movement of the buffer molecules towards one end of the capillary, sweeping away all particles with it.
Capillary electrophoresis was coupled to mass spectrometry for the study of nucleoside metabolism. So, what is mass spectrometry? It's a highly sensitive and powerful technique of detection. Particles are separated due to their mass and charge. Mass spectrometry is so powerful, it is able to detect separately isotopes of the same element, differing only by one neutron. The first step is ionization of the sample. This means the sample molecule becomes charged. Afterwards, the ion reaches the mass analyzer after some filtration step. There are several types of mass analyzer. In this study, the TOF, time of flight, mass analyzer was used. Simply, the ion time taken to move a known distance is measured and related to this mass and charge. Finally, these ions are detected by a detector and the signal related to a computer to produce a spectrum. To conclude, capillary electrophoresis mass spectrometry is used to find antiviral.
Thank you for your attention, and thank you to the teachers and doctorants.
Pour l'anglais, on l'entend là? Oui. Merci encore pour la présentation en anglais, c'est toujours scotchant. Est-ce qu'il y a des remarques, des questions? Moi j'ai une proposition, si ça vous dit, je vais le dire en anglais. If you're interested in seeing what has been done with high resolution mass spectroscopy 500 million kilometers from here on the comet Chury by Rosetta, we have done that. And we can show you that in the lab if you want to visit us. We will show you the results, analyzing the dust of the comet with the same time of flight technique. Other questions? D'autres questions? Pas de remarques, tout le monde est content. Là aussi, même question, vous avez appris quand même beaucoup de termes techniques en français, en anglais.
Alors, on n'a pas fait beaucoup d'expériences, on a surtout appris plein de choses pour pouvoir comprendre ce que Gaston faisait.
Oui.
Parce qu'on a dû apprendre aussi qu'est-ce que c'était le pH, on a dû apprendre ce que c'était l'électrophoresis, donc le capillaire. On a dû apprendre aussi pourquoi il faisait ça et quelles sont les actions que ça faisait.
Et c'est une bonne expérience, une bonne.
Oui,
Donc vous allez poursuivre l'an prochain? Je pense
oui.
peut-être avec les mains plus dans l'expérience.
Oui, c'est ça, je pense.
Très bien, vous nous raconterez. Merci. Donc on va passer au groupe suivant.